So what was it that got you recognized and discovered, would you say?
I think the biggest thing that really got me involved into this mix of science was there were a lot of different moments. There was never really one aha moment when everything came together, but my uncle got me a science kit instead of the Barbie dream house I wanted when I was 3.
Wow.
And really what that did was spark a new perspective to me, helped me understand that science and technology is what I want to make it, and I made it what I wanted to be years later.
I love that. And have anyone ever come up to you, like little girls now, and tell you how much of an inspiration you are?
They have, and honestly, it's so awe-inspiring. My biggest inspirations are those girls who come up to me and tell me that they want to be like me when they grow up, right? And me not being that much older than them either. And it really proves to show that hopefully our generation is understanding that the world around us is for them too. They shouldn't be afraid of it.
Yeah, and a lot of little girls are a little intimidated
Absolutely.
in the field of science.
Yeah.
Now, what would you tell those girls who are intimidated would you say that this is a male-dominant industry, science?
Absolutely. Science and technology is a male-dominated industry right now, but it's something that can be absolutely prevented, right? As part, hearing from 3M's survey as well, 87% of people really think that there needs to increase diversity in science and technology, especially for women diversity.
Yeah.
And I think that really the way it needs to be portrayed is making science not as scary as it seems, right? Looking at the opportunity it has in the real world, and that's exactly what girls need and what girls want, is they need to discover that passion through themselves, right? It shouldn't be forced, it shouldn't be put into them through school.
I think Beyonce wrote that song about you, Who Won the World. God, congratulations.
No, I love Beyonce, so.
Congratulations.
Thank you so much.
I am one of the 4 women in this docu-series, we're on scientists that are featured, telling our personal stories about how in our science career, we, at some point or other, have not felt like we fit in. We didn't fit the stereotype of what a scientist is.
Right. Because you sometimes think of an older guy playing with bubbles.
Absolutely. You think of a scientist that is male, awkward, singularly focused, not stylish at all.
Yeah.
And that's not true. That scientists are not like that. I'm not that.
Yeah,
and that's been difficult because people don't take you seriously as a scientist unless you fit that stereotype.
Yeah.
And being a woman, being a very femme woman, often that's can be challenging to work against. People may just focus on that, not focus on your science. And so I've had to make decisions about, do I play up this side of me, or do I play up the other side so that people will take me seriously and focus on my science? So that's been challenging, but in the end, I decided I had to be who I am.
Absolutely.
Who I am personally, but who I also am professionally, and just go for it and just keep working hard.
I love that because there are so many women that's trying to break into this male-dominant industry, and I know it might have been hard. But what are those challenges? What are some of the things that you might have had to deal with just walking in the room, and you may be one of the only females that's in the room?
I have had said to me, "You're too pretty to be a scientist."
The amount of arguing
I have been sexualized as a scientist. I have had people focus on things that they've not focused on my science.
And these days it's definitely
And that's tough.
Yeah.
It's not tough to not be taken seriously.
Right.
A lot of times I laugh it off because I know better.
Yeah.
But that's very challenging and that's difficult. That's difficult for women to experience because if people are not focusing on their science, then they're not looking at you in the right way. And maybe they're not thinking about how good you are, and that doesn't allow you to climb up the ladder because they're only thinking of you in one way.
Well, I definitely feel like you guys, you ladies, are changing the game with this docuseries, and it's definitely going to break down barriers, and a whole new generation of women will be able to stand because of this 4-part docuseries. So I think you ladies are doing an amazing job. Congratulations, you made it. You're here.
It's so wonderful that 3M has put this on. I think it's a great message, and I'm so thrilled to be a part of it.
Yeah, congratulations. Thank you. contacted by the producers?
Yes, I was contacted by the producers. I've been working in this type of films for years now,
Yeah.
social impact stuff.
Yeah.
And so they thought it was a good fit for me. And as you can see, I don't know if you've seen the films, but they're really good, so I'm glad they reached out to me.
Yeah. How long did it take to film this 4-part docuseries?
Well, it took us a little over 2 weeks. And
Really?
the pre-production was really
Wow. Well, it is modern technology, but I'm sure it was shot.
just to film it,
Yeah.
like 2 weeks, and then it took us like 3 months to edit it.
Wow.
And it was really hard because we did it in the middle of the pandemic. So
How was that?
It was tough because some of the locations were closed. A lot of the places were actually closed. But we were able to find places that represented the ladies.
Yeah.
And just make it as cinematic as possible and tell those amazing stories.
That's amazing. And how did this film touch you? How were you able to portray this story in the best light? For one, it is a female empowerment type of docuseries. So what inspired you to say, you know what, yeah, I want to help tell this story?
To me, when we were doing the pre-interviews and I was listening to the stories, it felt like I was listening to my own story, because at the end of the day, I'm a minority too. So
Yeah.
I've struggled like with the same fears, with the same restrictions to like keep moving up. So finding that universal truth, that universal emotion, was that drove me to like tell their stories. And when I see their films, I see a little bit of myself.
Yeah.
Because I'm trying to break my own stereotypes.
Right. That's amazing, and I can't wait to go in and watch and see the amazing work that
Pretty
you're
sure you're
doing.
gonna like it.
Yes, I'm sure I'm gonna love it. I mean, just the story alone, and then not only you who's amazing at what you do, but it's also gonna be you are a minority as well, and you know what it feels like, so you'll be able to help capture that moment. So I love that. Thank you so much.
Yes, so I am a scientist at Tribeca, and I actually work on developing technology for tapes.
Isn't that amazing?
Yeah, tapes are amazing.
Yeah.
And then I'm also 3M's first ever chief science advocate. This is a new role that was created, and the idea here is to advocate for science, just as the name suggests. And the reason why we created this role is 3M does a survey called the State of Science Index, and this is to understand the global perception of science. And what we found is that people don't appreciate science as much because it's in the background and they just don't see it. Now, we started doing it, and since then, because of the pandemic, suddenly science is in the forefront. So science is actually having a moment, so it's very exciting. So it's a perfect time to do this because
I think so.
another thing that has come out is people are being inspired because of the pandemic. They're seeing what science has done. So they're inspiring the next generation. They're also saying that we need to encourage more women and girls and underrepresented minorities to be in STEM because that leads to better innovation, it leads to better collaboration, it leads to cross-country collaboration, and it leads to better adoption of the scientific solutions that you come up with if you represent the diversity of the general population. So that's the perfect time for this documentary.
You know, one thing about the documentary that's going to bring down was that we all start thinking that, we have this perception of science is older men,
Absolutely.
ginger ale and soda.
Yeah, colored liquid.
Yeah, so when you, as a woman who has studied in your field, how difficult was it to be taken seriously?
It's interesting because I came as an immigrant from India, so my mind was already like, I'm gonna see some issues because I'm walking into a new place, right? So I was just like, I'm gonna go for it. I'm just gonna find opportunity, I'm gonna persevere through it, I'm gonna work with purpose, and I wanna leave a legacy. It's a typical immigrant mentality, which worked well for me, so I kind of never noticed anything. I just went But what I realized is that doesn't mean that these things don't exist. Because when I look back, I realized I was the only woman in my lab, a large lab, they were all men. And so you start seeing how this could be a problem in terms of support, in terms of communication, in terms of the structure, in terms of all the constructs around that science. So you have to break it down so that it's more inclusive, no doubt about it.
Thank you so much for inspiring coming.
Thank you.
Thank you.
Really hope to do that.
Thank you.
Hey, subscribe now.